Hi, Tiffany Allen here from Dynamic Point. Today I'm going to highlight for you our customer service portal with integration to the Winsoft or Key2Act service module. As we get started here, you'll notice in the top left-hand corner that we went ahead and branded our demonstration environment unique to Key2Act since that's the integration that we're highlighting today. But I do want to make sure that you take note of, and we are logged into our Office 365 or SharePoint portal that can be branded unique to your organization. So you can certainly update the color scheme, update the logo, even all of the call to actions here are configurable. This is what we configured it unique to a Key2Act experience, what a potential customer you would want to expose information to. So in today's case, we're highlighting service calls, their company information if they wanted to be able to review, maybe update that, maintenance contracts, equipment, as well as invoices. They confirm the status of invoices. The customer also can log in, and if you wanted to publish reports unique to your relationship that are more visual or dynamic in nature, we have the ability to integrate Power BI reports, so that's a great option to highlight some more visual reports for your customers. You also have the ability to share documentation in the portal. That way your customer can always come and find maybe product specifications, SLAs, any of their agreement information right here in this portal unique to your relationship. Additionally, a newsfeed is a great option to be able to communicate maybe holiday hours, new product releases, any new service agreements that are coming out. So this newsfeed is a great way just to keep those visitors to the portal informed with whatever's happening within your organization. Now do keep in mind it is a customer portal. It's meant to be a unique one-to-one relationship. So if customer XYZ logs in, they're only going to see their service orders, their contracts and invoices. In today's case, I'm logged in as Accurate Printing. You'll see that they have 2 locations noted here. They can view this information. They can even edit it as they see fit. You might also want to share additional company information with them more specific to their account, their balance, their total invoices year to date, payment. All of this is configurable. It is presented to you guys in the Key2Act or Winsoft screens. You have the ability to discern what fields of information you want to present. So maybe you don't want to share with them what the average days to pay is, or you certainly can to keep them informed in terms of their status with you. So I wanted to bounce here first because that highlights exactly who we're logged in as. Our application has a portal synchronization service that ensures the logged in user is associated to one unique customer account within your organization. Now, whenever we're speaking with any of our Key2Act prospects, we know what's near and dear to your heart is those service calls. You want the customers to be able to confirm a status of a service call as well as create one. So we'll take a peek at that here today. So within the portal, you can query the service calls unique to this account for Accurate Printing, and you have the ability to set up this grid with the information that you find most critical. The service call number, a status, the date, the type of call, what location, anything specific to the issue, and even the description. So if we take a peek at some of these, you can certainly drill in and view or even edit and also print the call summary report. So I think the call summary report is most impactful on those that are closed out. So let's take a peek at that. This was for a power outage. So if the customer wanted to come in and see the specifics of the call summary, they can certainly do so directly within the portal. They can print this, they can view all the details, the resolution, when the appointments occurred, any of the specifics to that particular service call. They can filter by open or by date. So if they're looking for one particular one, they can certainly get there as quickly as possible. But let's also go ahead and create one. Maybe they logged in here and they thought, okay, she should have logged that yesterday, but she did not. You can certainly create a service call very rapidly. Because your user, Accurate Printing, is logged in, you do not need to capture as much information. We know who they are. We can pass that directly. So we'll go ahead and say that we need an annual service check on our rooftop AC unit and hit create. As we create that transaction, it's actually going to trigger a notification You have the ability to configure those notifications, as well as it automatically creates the service call within the Key2Act environment. So we'll see right here that we now have a status of open on today's date, the 22nd, for annual service. We had it defaulted to main office, but we can certainly give them the drop-down menu that allows them to select from the warehouse or the main office, and that's for that annual maintenance on the rooftop. Now, if I bounce on over to Key2Act, I'm going to go into the Service Manager. We'll be able to go ahead and pull up Accurate Printing because I'm in the test database of GP. And we'll see we just created a new one for annual service. And the rooftop AC unit is the service call that we just created. So that does happen real time. We integrate with the Dynamics GP Key2Act environment with what's called web services to ensure that is a real-time transaction being created. I also noted that you can trigger notifications to people within the team that that service call was created. So if we take a peek at this, we have the Dynamic Point demo account, which is associated to Accurate Printing, has created a service call based on the rooftop AC unit. So you can configure those notifications with as much or as little information as needed. You can trigger those to be a confirmation notice going directly back to Accurate Printing, as well as somebody within your organization who it is that you want to be able to go in there and have be able to access the information within Key2Act to schedule service as required. So some other things to highlight is you can configure as many services as you like within our application. Some other things that quite often come up, you want to be able to present contract information. All the open contracts or maintenance agreements that are established between you and the organization. They'd have access to be able to see those details. Again, this grid view is configurable. So if it's not necessarily important to highlight the assigned technician on a maintenance contract, you don't have to share that information. You can share as much or as little as you like. As we navigate to equipment, this is just another area where you can highlight additional information so your customer can have access to any equipment that you are monitoring on their behalf. The last element that I want to highlight for you is invoices. That is what we quite often hear about, service calls as well as status of invoices. So that's the last thing I will highlight, but again, you do have an unlimited number of services that you can configure, and you can break this up in a lot of different ways. In our case today, we've highlighted both sales invoices as well as service invoices, so they can break that down and go and navigate to the invoice that's most relevant to them that they want to be able to take a peek at, and they also can see payment notifications as well. So again, you can highlight or expose as much information as you like. It's all configurable within the application to ensure as your logged in user, as that customer is accessing the portal, they're seeing information unique to their account, service calls, invoices, maintenance contracts, equipment, as much information as you're ready to share specific to your Key2Act environment. Thank you for joining us, and if you have any additional questions, please contact us at dynamicpoint.com. Thank you.